if you have an entity in your house or a spirit or a long lost one that's just bothering you and your children and your husband, there are ways that you can protect yourself. One thing that really amazes me is that people do not use cascarilla. How do you spell that? C-A-S. No, am I right? C-A-S-C-A-R-I-L-L-A. Ah! I passed it. No, I'm kidding. It's pronounced cascarilla. I'm always surprised by the amount of practitioners that just are not even aware of this, because I use it a lot. I mean, I usually buy it in bulk, okay, and I always send it out to my clients. But I look at this as part of my arsenal. This is my weapon. I use it when I go to the cemeteries. I use it on the back of the headboards, crosses. I do it on the back. You know, if you're gonna blow smoke over a baby's head, you can put crosses on their feet, crosses on their wrists. You can do so much stuff with cascarilla. So do a Google search and research it. I always put it on the back of my neck, my forehead, my temples, and my hands, my chest, and the bottom of my feet, especially before I go before a cemetery. If you have psychic abilities at all, mediumships, you know, if you're empath, you know what I mean. If you're clairvoyant, if you're, you know, you have anything, you can dust yourself off with it, and it really works well for you, especially for energy vampires. Always make the sign of a cross, as previously mentioned, as I've already said. Always make a sign of a cross and protect yourself from those psychic vampires, because you're going to get a lot of psychic attacks. If you practice witchcraft, or you work with the dead, you are going to get attacked no matter what. I have arula, okay? I have a lot of things that people don't know that I have. I'm 40 years old. I'm 20 years ahead of a lot of you. But I'm still going to get attacked. So you always want to know how to protect yourself.
Okay, so cursed dolls. So you found a cursed doll. You think that it's cursed, or you think you have a cursed place on you, and you had a doll. You want to know, basically they want to know, what do I do with somebody did a curse, or they prepared a cursed doll for you, and you don't know what to do with the doll. You want to actually give it away. Like, I have a money doll that's I have downstairs, and if I wanted to get rid of it, there's a proper way to dispose of these dolls, or spirit dolls, or voodoo dolls, whatever it is that you have. Or if somebody had given you one that they had prepared, and you feel like it's making you ill, or it's making you, ever since you got it, you feel really sick, or you always have to go back to that same person to get the spells done, stuff like that, then more than likely they've done something with you. And it's very known, you know, a lot of people, they do that, and it's almost like they have a good 5, 6, 7 people, and then they just place something with you, and you always got to go back to them. So what would you do with this item? Place it in a clean white cloth. Is first of all, you can get a cloth at Michael's. You can get a white towel. I would honestly use a silk clean white cloth. You're going to want to show it respect. You want to give it a lot of respect, because you obviously feel that this is really bad, and that's why I would give it respect. So place it in the clean white cloth. Dig a hole away from the home. Do not dig a hole by your home and place something that you think has, you know, it's cursed or has something bad in it. Especially if you're feeling that way. If you feel that way around it, then 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. And your ancestors are trying to tell you, and you're not listening. So listen to your gut, because whatever you're feeling, that's probably what it is. And so dig a hole away from the home. Then you're going to burn them, okay? You're going to burn it in that hole. Just light it on fire inside that hole. After you dig the hole, dig deep enough, throw it in there. Don't throw it. Be respectful. Place it in there. And then you're going to cover it with holy water after it already made ashes. When it's all burnt down to ashes, cover those ashes with holy water. And then what happens is the earth is going to recycle it and cleanse it. And then you're going to actually have, it recycles it, and it comes back up positive energy instead of negative energy. And the earth will actually take it in. So that's done. Once you do that, it's gone. And I suggest, just me personally, that you do a spiritual cleansing bath. If you don't know how, there's plenty online that you can choose from. There's a lot of them, spiritual baths that you can do yourself. You can go to any botanica and have a spiritual bath made for you, or they'll prepare one for you, or they have them already there that you can buy prepared. I personally like to prepare them myself, because your energy is going into that. If you do purchase a spiritual bath, or if you purchase one from anybody online, or maybe you got one from me, I would still sit there and you would go through it with your hands, because that's your energy. And then what you're going to do is do a spiritual bath with it. you know, some candles, flowers. You can do it to a deity. You can, if you're like, hey, I don't practice anything, then whatever. If you're Christian, do it to your God. I don't know, but make it a ritual, really special, something that you're taking your time with and you're doing. And then after you're done with that bath, you're going to get up and you have a pan in there with you, and you stand up and let it go down. You pour it over your head and let it go down. And then when you're going to get out that bath, you're pat dry, and then dress in all white, go to sleep in all white, and wake up and you're good. And it's actually going to refresh you. You're going to feel just like, if you had any headaches or anything like that, they're going to be gone.
It's sympathetic magic is what it is. So let's say a hair from your head. Every little thing has a meaning, okay? The valuable thing in hoodoo is a footprint. Like, let's say that you're trying to draw your man closer to you or keep your man. They would tell you to basically, light bulb, you would basically take, when they walk away, you would take the dirt from their footprints, from the front to the heel of the footprints, put it in a can with sugar. And sugar is the main thing, just that sugar can draw anything to you, you know, and that's how they feel. That, you know, sugar is, and it's not they, it's us. I mean, we all use sugar, we all use honey. I use honey a lot, especially with Oshun, with that specific deity. A lot of people have asked me, well, how do you pick your deities and this and that? I can't tell you that. That's a personal thing. You need to figure that out. There are two things that basically can control any individual. And the two things is a name and a track, a footprint. And that's very important to know in witchcraft, okay? It's just, there's a lot of things. There's so much there. I mean, you can pull up any book you want. You can research it. You can look up a lot of things. But what I want to say is a lot of things that people are looking for, when you get past that textbook, which, you know, I always call people textbook witches. When you get past the textbooks and the tools and you start learning things and learning to manipulate that energy, and you're wanting to learn it and feed, and you want to learn more, you're going to have to find somebody that basically mentors you or teaches you, because a lot of the stuff that we do, we don't have in books. It's not in books. And that's just point blank. It's not in books.
With a chica like me. Cause my santeria is out of here, see ya. It's no trick or treat, it's your culo.